Welcome to Be Me with Shari Ware, the podcast where each day is a step towards a better you and where we focus on progress, not perfection. Join me as we embark on a journey of self-improvement and wellness, focusing on being just a little better than we were yesterday. Hello and welcome to episode 37 of the Be Me podcast. My name's Shari Ware, I'm your host. And in this episode, we are talking about natural energy boosts to stay focused and refreshed without the caffeine or the sugar. So let's get started. So Anne Lamott said, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Now, I know in this modern busy world, it can be quite easy to be attached to your device, continually on devices. I know that's definitely something that I am guilty of. I always have something to be doing, and it's generally on either my computer or my phone. So it is super important to be taking breaks. And I know that a lot of people, if they're under the crunch for time, they've got to get things done, they might resort to caffeinated drinks, coffee, tea, energy drinks. Don't even get me started on energy drinks, or a sugary snack to give them a quick pick-me-up. But it's not necessarily in our best interest of our health to be doing that. So when I saw this quote, that definitely spoke to me. So I hope it speaks to you. And let's see what we're going to cover in this episode. So first of all, why is it important? Why are too many caffeinated drinks and sugary snacks not in our best health interest? Some quick and simple ways to recharge without the caffeinated drinks and the sugary snacks, and how to make them a regular part of your day, the energy boosting breaks. So first of all, we're talking everything in moderation, definitely. And we've got to be careful about that word moderation, because some people's version of moderation is it's all relative, and it may not actually be moderate in terms of our bodily health. However, when you are resorting to a quick pick-me-up from a caffeinated drink, an energy drink, or coffee, or a lot of them, or some sugary snacks, we feel great in the interim. It gives us that boost that we're looking for. However, they most often lead to energy crashes later. So a couple of hours later, you're not going to be feeling so good. Instead, we want some natural ways that are going to give us the energy boost that we need, and even help us create a more steady energy level, support our focus and promote our overall well-being as well, which too many caffeinated drinks and sugary snacks are definitely not going to help us with that. So here are some easy ways to do it. First of all, hydration, drinking water regularly throughout the day. Now, I'm not going to go into too much on this. I did do an episode a couple of episodes ago, and I will make sure that I link to that in the show notes for you if you need some help with how to incorporate drinking more water throughout the day, because it's definitely a big one for a lot of people. A lot of people just forget to drink. So I give you some handy reminders of how to do that in that one. If water is a bit boring for you, if you don't necessarily enjoy drinking water, and that's the issue, well, you can always add something to it, like fresh fruit or cucumber or lemon, things like that, to enhance the flavour. But the important thing is to be hydrating throughout the day, and that will definitely help you, because dehydration leads to fatigue. It's one of the biggest things behind fatigue, or I should say that's one of the first symptoms, or the biggest symptoms that come out of being dehydrated is fatigue. If you need an energy boost, get moving to wake up. Now, I know that I harp a bit on this one too, on the movement. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It literally, even just a couple of minutes, if you don't have 5 minutes, is going to help you. Just moving, it could just be some stretches at the desk, if that's all you have time for, but it will increase your blood flow, increase oxygen to the brain. So any physical movement, even for a couple of minutes, is going to help you to feel more alert. And if you do have the opportunity and a few more minutes, stepping outside for some fresh air and sunlight is definitely going to take it to that next level and make you feel so much better. Natural light helps to regulate your circadian rhythm. And so when you have a good circadian rhythm, that is also going to help you to have sustained energy levels throughout the day. And fresh air is always good. Sunlight just makes you feel good. Whenever I get out in sunlight, and I have to remind myself to do it. It's not something that I do naturally. I actually have to remind myself to do it. I seem to have a lot of flies buzzing around my head right now. But sunlight can just make you feel so much better. And even if it's just for a couple of minutes, and you'll feel re-energized and be able to refocus when you get back to your desk. If you don't have time to step away from your desk, just practicing some deep breathing at your desk, or your laptop, or wherever it is that you're working and you need to have a break from. So intentional breathing, that will calm your nervous system. It will help you with your energy levels. And a very quick, simple way to do that is just by inhaling for 4 counts, holding the breath for 4 counts, and exhaling for 6 counts. And just doing a few rounds of that, 3 to 4 rounds of that, and that will boost the oxygen to your brain and help you to refocus. Now, if you do get hungry and you want to have a snack, choose snacks that have got a decent amount of protein and healthy fats. So things like nuts, seeds, a small handful of trail mix, these kinds of things will provide sustained energy without the sugar spikes from processed snacks. I quite often mix up some avocado and some nuts and maybe a little bit of cheese, and have that for an afternoon snack. It's yummy. It's got healthy fats in it, and it's got some protein in it, and it makes me feel satiated, and I'm right then until it's dinner time. Aromatherapy. So there are certain essential oils that can help to refresh and invigorate you, things like peppermint or citrus. So depending on the oil, you can place a drop on your wrists, or you can use a diffuser to surround yourself with that scent, and that will help you to clear your, if you have some mental fog going on, it will help you to clear that and make you feel re-energized and be able to focus better. Now, how can you actually incorporate these into your day and make it easy to incorporate them into your day? One of the ways is to stack habits. So, for instance, have a glass of water right after brushing your teeth in the morning. Definitely have a glass of water right after you get up in the morning, because you've just had a period of 6, 7, 8, 9 hours where you've been sleeping, you haven't been drinking water, so you're definitely going to be dehydrated, and your brain and your body is going to love you by having a glass of water first thing in the morning when you wake up. But then, having another glass of water after you brush your teeth, or having different triggers. For instance, you might put an alarm on your phone to go off every half an hour or every hour to remind you to drink a glass of water, or whatever it may be. Even to have a glass of water and to have your couple of minutes break, reset, to do whatever it is, whether you're going to go for a walk for a few minutes, whether you're going to do some desk stretches, whether you're going to do some deep breathing. Mix it up a bit. Definitely getting up every hour and moving your body is a very good thing to be doing, or every couple of hours. Definitely a very good thing to be doing. You really need to get your circulation. It's not just about your brain, it's about your whole body, but it will help you a lot to be moving your body. But in the in between times when you just need a little reset, um, the deep breathing and the drinking water is going to help you to do those things. So having reminders, having phone alarms, having sticky notes stuck all around the place, a water bottle in sight or a glass of water in sight, all of these things to help you will help you to remember, because especially if you're starting out to create a habit, it's not that you don't want to do it, you just don't remember to do it. So making it easy for you to remember to do it. I have a habit that I was forgetting, and so what I did was I had a little container with all of my supplements that I take throughout the day. I have different ones in the morning, lunchtime, and dinner. Vitamin C and vitamin B and all of those things. And there was something that I that wasn't that I can't put in the container that I wanted to remember doing, and I wasn't remembering doing it. So I actually wrote it in Nico pen on the top of the container, and that container sits right beside my mouse on my computer desk. So whenever I'm looking in that direction, I now see that visual reminder of what it is I want to remember. I did put alarms on my phone, but the alarms weren't going off at the time that I would want to be doing that habit. And so I would forget to do the habit. So I thought, okay, this isn't working. I have to try something different. And so that's when I wrote the word on the plastic container, on the lid of the plastic container in Nico pen. And now whenever I see it, I remember. So I'm remembering to do it much more often because I've got a different visual cue to remind me. You want to be choosing things that are enjoyable. If you if the deep breathing is not ticking your box, then don't do it. I have a thing that I say to people when they're looking to create healthier habits in their life. I say, ask yourself two questions. The first question is this something that I can do for the rest of my life? Because if it's not something that you can do for the rest of your life, then it's most likely not something that you want to change. There are some things that you just want to do for a short amount of time, but most healthy habits that we want to incorporate is something that we want to do for life. So I say, ask yourself the question, first of all, is that something that I can do and am happy to do for the rest of my life? I can do for the rest of my life. And the second question is it something that I like to do? If it's something that you really dislike doing, I would say to you that you're better off looking for something else that you do like. Number one, it's going to help you it's going to make it easy for you to do because you actually enjoy doing it in the first place. And also, it's not healthy to always be doing something that you really dislike. It actually creates negative chemicals in your body, and that's just not healthy when you're doing that all the time. I'm not saying that there's never a time in our lives where we might need to do something that we really don't want to do, but however, there are so many things that you can change that, if at all possible, it is better if you find something that you actually enjoy doing. So choose something that you enjoy and that makes you feel good. Fresh air helps you to recharge and then take an outdoor break instead of something that doesn't fit your lifestyle. And also remember the steps formula and habit science. to help you to create these habits. And I'll make sure that I link these episodes to all these things in the show notes for you. So pretty much that is it for this episode. I will direct you to the corresponding edition of Be Me Bites, Be Me Bites 35, Self-Care for Busy People, Part 4, Energy Boosting Breaks to Recharge Without Caffeine. And actually, that's what I will do. I won't link to the show notes for all those things because I know that they will be in the episode, in the edition of Be Me Bites. So if you go to that edition, I will put that in the show notes for you. It will have all of those extra things that will help you, all of those resources that will help you to create habits around these things. And as my ethical bribe, if you do subscribe to Be Me Bites, I would love for you to subscribe, and you will get a free online copy of any one of my books of your choice. And when you subscribe, you get an email that tells you how you can claim that. So until the next episode, keep taking one step at a time, and I'll see you then. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. Remember to check out the show notes, and if you have any comments, feedback or suggestions, I'd love to hear them. If you've received value from this podcast, make sure to subscribe, and I'd love you to rate and review the show. Have a fabulous day.